All right. I think we can do this one. So factor first and then find the partial fraction decomposition. When you solve this, A and B are both going to be fractions. So you have to figure out how to write your answer. Please do not write it as a decimal, okay? No decimals. And second, don't have a fraction in a fraction. Okay, you got to simplify. Okay, let me know when you're done. So this is page 14, the first one on the top. All right, first you got a factor. Okay, and then write the partial fraction decomposition outline. Solve it, and A is 1/2, B is -1/2. So that means when we plug it back, it's 1/2 over x plus minus 1/2 over x plus 2, but we don't want fraction in a fraction. So this is 1 over 2x minus 1 over 2 times x plus 2. Okay, please don't have decimals, don't have fraction in a fraction. All right, next, let's do a harder one. This one, the one right below it. Again, factor first, write out your outline, and then solve it. Did you need the previous one? We did this? Oh, did we solve it? Oh, we didn't solve it, right? Okay, so I think we factored out the x, and then we said that was x minus 2 squared, right? Did we go over what was the outline of the partial fraction? No.
Oh wait.
Kind of?
I feel like you checked it.
I feel like okay, so something over x, something over what's the next one? X minus 2, and then what would be the next one after that? Yeah, x minus 2 squared. And then because they're all linear or repeat of a linear, it's just A, B, and C. All right, go ahead and solve for A, B, and C. Plug it back in, okay? All right, let me give you the answer. The answer is 1 over x minus 2 over x minus 2 plus 2 over x minus 2 squared. All right, let's move on to the next one. A lot of you have already finished or you're starting on it. That's good. This one, how do you factor the denominator? Yeah?
Group it.
Group it.
And then take out the greatest common factor.
Yeah, take out the greatest common factor, x minus 1, and then we gotta regroup. When you regroup, please do not write x minus 1 squared, okay? It's gonna be like this. So that is the denominator. So these two combine into one factor. These two combine into one factor. Okay, now try to solve it. Let me know when you're done. Okay, so this problem, the one that you have to do grouping, the answer is 3 over x minus 1 plus minus 2x plus 2 over x squared plus 1. All right. The next one, the one you have to do difference of cubes. This one turns out to be 2 over x minus 1 minus x over x squared plus x plus 1. All right, and then the last one before the top one on page 16. Okay, so you have to notice that this is a nonlinear factor. So this is going to be x squared plus 1 plus x squared plus 1 squared. That means on the top it's ax plus b and then cx plus d. This answer turns out to be 2x minus 1 over x squared plus 1 plus 3x plus 1 over x squared plus 1 squared. Okay, we are going to look at the last one because that one is different from all the other ones that you have done. That is this one. Okay, so the first rule of, that I showed you yesterday says the degree of the numerator has to be less than the degree of the denominator. So is it less than?
Oh, it's equal.
It is equal. Okay, so the thing is we cannot do this. But we need to make it 1 degree less, or however degree less we can. How do we do that? We do long division.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 2x squared plus x minus 14 divided by x squared minus 4. All right, we gotta rewrite this in fraction form because what happens is the degree on the top is too big. We cannot do partial fraction decomposition. We need to change it into a fraction form, so like a mixed number, and then we're going to do partial fraction decomposition. Okay, so x squared goes into 2x squared how many times? 2, so that goes there. 2x squared minus 8. That is x minus 6. How do we rewrite this as fraction form? Not. It does start with 2, and then what?
2 times.
Not times.
Plus.
Plus. 2 plus.
X minus 6 over x squared minus 4.
Good. Okay, so if you forgot that, please review
Okay.
that chapter. Okay, on fraction form. So now you can see that this part is the right form. Okay, degree on the top is less than the degree on the bottom. So what we're going to do is we are only going to do partial fraction decomposition on this part. Okay, once you decompose, your answer is going to be 2 plus that fraction you decomposed. Does that make sense? So usually you have just one big fraction that is nice. You decompose, right? This one's not nice where the degree on the top is bigger. So once you decompose, you're going to get something here. Your answer is going to be, okay, so you can see that the denominator is going to be x plus 2, x minus 2, right? Okay, so this is going to be 2 plus x plus 2, x minus 2, and then whatever the constant goes on the top.
Also, do you have to multiply x plus 2 and x minus 2 to 2?
No, you don't, because we only want to decompose this part. So then just only focus on that part. 2 just comes along for the right later.
Are we not solving it?
We are solving it. Okay. This becomes x plus 2, x minus 2, and then a and b. So then that is equal to x minus 6 over x squared minus 4, right? So solve a and b.
Don't worry about the 2.
Don't worry about the 2.
Okay.
The 2
That's what I
is just part of the answer at the very end.